In this example, I'm working with the student on the next section of Clair de Lune by Debussy. This is beginning in measure 15, where he specifically indicates tempo rubato. The piece overall has a very free-flowing feel, but here it's specifically marked rubato. The first two measures sound like this. So you can hear the pushing and pulling. I speed up and then I slow down. That's what rubato is indicating, but Debussy also specifically notates it in a way where we can see he's feeling the larger pulse in different divisions. So in 9/8, you'll feel 3 for each beat, but you also see the little 2s in measure 15 and later in measure 16, where there are only 2 eighth notes grouped together. Essentially, he's written out how he wants the rubato to be felt, those beats will be slightly slower. The pulse of those subdivisions will be slower within the beat. It might seem like when I'm working with the student that I'm trying to get her to feel a very specific rhythm, which is not called for in this piece. I agree with that, but you also can't understand what Debussy is going for unless you understand how he's notated this and what a duple feels like as opposed to a triple. So what she was showing me very early on in the process was something close to this. So not only did she not differentiate that duple in measure 16, but she was just waiting a very long time, as if the first low E flat was a beat and then the next chord was a beat. So we have to work on feeling where the beats are and how to subdivide them before we can even talk about rubato. It's very similar to the first page where you have to feel the flow of each phrase, but there's also that shift between triples and duples. You have it on the first page too, but here it's a little bit more obvious because both hands do it, make the switch right away. Let's play this is going to be weird. How am I going to do this? Can you play? Yeah, okay, we're up and up. You're in charge of pedal, because I'll give you the bass note and then let's go. Oops, you got to catch the bass note. So you follow me right away. When someone's next to you and you see the arm movements, you follow the rhythm right away.
But when I have to play the duples, doesn't sound like duples. This is too fast.
Exactly. So, it's only partially reliable for you to remember what that felt like, right? When I'm not sitting next to you. What we worked on is that, right, we did this. Remember how we did this? Let's do 2, 3. Don't even have to think about notes, keys, anything. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Da, da, da. Right. So you hear the difference when you're only focusing on that. What you have to do is make sure your arms kind of just want to keep playing the same eighth notes. You have to feel like your body is the metronome. Feel it in your hip joints, or feel it in your spine, or somewhere between your shoulders. I don't know, but it's somewhere you've got to feel the beat, and then you tell yourself da 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 da, and then your arms divided differently. Right? Makes sense? This is the bigger beat, and then this is the smaller beat. Try it by yourself, just kind of randomly switch between 3s and 2s. So I sense that you're switching, but I don't really get the sense that you're feeling a beat in your body. You're letting your hands and arms do everything. You see I'm kind of leaning into it. So I'm not doing anything with my fingers or arms, but you feel that every time I nudge you. You have to be that for yourself. Try it. It's so much better.
Earlier,
It's
I
so-
wasn't doing that. I was just,
Precisely. You were just
Yeah.
moving your arms and hoping they were the right rhythm, right?
yeah.
Okay. So let's play this again and keep the beat with your body.